Welcome again, my Pokemon goers. Asia, still locked, can't play the game, so I can't put in-game footage. But what I thought would be good is we will go through a summary of the guides to prepare yourself for your own Pokemon adventure. So I'm going to go through this guide, which I found was really good. All credits go to Techinsider, links will be in the description below. 15 tips and tricks to master Pokemon Go. And for us in Asia, before we start the game, and if you're already playing somewhere else, more power to you. Hope this helps. Let's start. So, we gotta catch them all. Catching Pokemon. How do we do it? When you do meet a Pokemon, you're going to see these white circles around them, and inside it's a colored circle. YouTubers, professionals out there are just flinging their Pokeballs, wasting them, and this is why. What you're supposed to do is to hold on to the Pokeball till the colored circle becomes as small as possible, and then you flick it. This increases the chances and ensures that you're going to get your Pokemon. So, colored circles. What do these circles mean? As it's shown here, if it's green, it's easy. Probably because the Pokemon isn't that rare. Yellow, moderate, red, difficult. So an example would be maybe a Zubat would be green, whereas a legendary would be red. I've caught a Scyther, and that was red, I think. But regardless, all you gotta do is to keep throwing these Pokeballs skillfully, or use items like candies to weaken the Pokemon. We'll go through that in future. But yes, this is important. This is basically the only skill you really need to master to ensure that you don't waste Pokeballs and you don't find yourself having to spend real money on it. So next, how do you find your Pokemon? Any of you that have played Pokemon games would see that you would know that the grass is a symbol for where Pokemon are. And similarly in this game, what you will see in your maps is just fluttering grass petals, leaf petals. And that is where you need to go to get your Pokemon. Oh, and as I mentioned in the previous video, but wasn't able to properly show, at the bottom right corner is where you can see the Pokemon nearby, and the number of steps there shows you how far away you are from them. So more steps obviously means you're further, and if it decreases it means you're getting closer. So, there. As I explained earlier, this is where you judge where the Pokemon are, how close they are to you, and how you're going to find them. Duplicates. When you start, depending on your region, for me it was Zubats. It was all over the place, and if you catch them, don't just leave them there, because what they can be used for is to evolve your Pokemon, and how you do that is to transfer it to your professor in order to get candies and stardust, which will help you evolve them. Tired of duplicates, go out at night. Now this is a very interesting feature. The same place, your house, whatever parks nearby, they're going to have different kinds of Pokemon at different times of the day. So you might find Pidgeys or Weedles in the morning, and at night you're going to find maybe Ghastlies, Ekans, of these sorts. So it's good to be able to plan some time in the morning and at night, just so that you can catch all the Pokemon in your region. Incense. So this is if you're lazy and you're at home, you can't get out, whatever. You just turn on your incense, and for 30 minutes, it'll attract the Pokemon to you. You can also use this while you walk around, and I highly recommend it because you don't want to be cycling or walking around and wasting time when you could be increasing the chances of a Pokemon appearing with these items. So this is a tip that, to be honest, I didn't even know. But it does make sense. If you turn off your AR camera, which is basically your camera that shows the actual surroundings, it would be much easier to catch the Pokemon. I'm going to guess because if you turn it off, it wouldn't move as much. And how this works is the AR system puts your background behind the Pokemon and puts the AR reality character or Pokemon on top of the image. And so there will be some kind of conflict between actual distance and how hard it would be to estimate how hard you're going to flick your ball, etc. etc. So leveling up, battling in gyms. What you have to do is get level 5. Leveling up, how to do that? Use your lucky egg, get double EXP, catch more Pokemon. New Pokemons gives, I think, around 600 XP, while a repeat only gives 100. So yeah, try to get as many new ones as you can just for your levels. And of course, Pokestops gives you items, helps you out with the Pokeballs, lucky eggs, as I said. Revisit Pokestops. Now, this is one thing you'll notice when the game comes out, as I have, is that if you go to Pokestops and you flip it, items drop out, and you'd see that you can't use it again temporarily. Well, wait for the next day, go back. Don't waste the Pokestops that are near you. You can get items, I think, each and every day when it refreshes. Not all Pokemon stops are created equal. Well, duh, I mean, a Pokestop by your neighborhood park and one in, say, the Eiffel Tower is going to be different. Common sense, more famous places are said to have rarer, nicer Pokemons. So get out the house and travel. Give you some sweet XP. This is what I mentioned earlier. It's to power up your Pokemon. You get candies off that particular Pokemon. Let's say you catch a Zubat. I don't know why I keep using Zubat, but let's say you catch a Zubat and you transfer it to Professor Willow. You get one Zubat candy. Now you can use this candy to power up the Zubat, evolve it, or catch a Golbat and then use the candies to power it up and not waste it for the evolution. It's very important how you spend these candies because it determines the quality of Pokemons that you have and the time that you'll save. So these eggs, basically, these are eggs that you find in Pokestops, and these eggs can be put into incubators, and if you walk 2 km, these eggs will hatch into Pokemon. Now, everyone has a free incubator, but if you have multiple eggs, you can actually go to the shop and buy egg incubators so that you can hatch more than one at a time. Also a useful tip that I learned from somewhere else is that you got to be moving at a rate that is lower than 20 miles per hour. So don't think you can just hop into the car and zoom off and in a minute you're going to have it hatched. You can get in a car, just drive slower. And also watch out for traffic. We've seen so many stupid accidents because of this game. So what's the deal with CP? Character power, self-explanatory. The higher, the better. You can get this by again evolving using stardust and candies to make it stronger. Okay, so level 5, gyms. What these are actually stops around different areas whereby you can go and challenge, and the goal is just to conquer it for your team, whether it's Valor, Instinct, or Mystic. And then you'd be fighting the Pokemons that are in the gym, conquer it, and defend it. So it kind of gives you this whole attack and conquer kind of dynamic to this game, which is really cool. Now, of course, there are many details into each section of this, but this video would just be a basic guide and touch upon the different aspects of the game to give you more clarity. And I'll definitely post more videos for each section in depth. And yeah, so I know it's not a professional channel, but just like, subscribe, share it, and hopefully when it's out in Asia, we'll all have a good time together. And yeah, definitely more videos coming. So yeah, have fun, catch 'em all, peace, good luck.